how to duplicate the pop-up system, okay? And this is the most important thing to understand. It's all about the duplication, right? Pop-ups are the most duplicatable way to win. So people ask me, they're like, how do you really explode this business? And what sets you apart from everybody else in the industry? And the fact is that our products are next level. Nobody can compete with us from a product perspective, right? And when you've got products like what we've got, it's a game changer. Just because you have great products doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to win if, guess what? You don't get them on somebody's face. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to have people experiencing it, right? So obviously the pop-ups are the most duplicatable way to win. Let's talk a little bit about what this looks like, okay? I'm going to share with you right now the six reasons why pop-ups are so duplicatable. Number one is everybody can do it, right? Everybody can do it. The average Facebook user has 388 friends on average, and the average IG user has 200 followers. So if somebody's got 388 friends or 200 followers, they're probably not going to be social media gurus right out the gates. You understand? Yeah, they can get a couple sales from people that they know. They can definitely reach out to some people and recruit from there, right, as a database. But the reality is, most people aren't going to be big-time influencers, that type of user base, right? But or with that type of followers, right, or that type of friends. So realize that everybody can put people in a living room and throw some cream on their face. You get what I'm saying? It's like, to me, it's a no-brainer. The reason why, when I saw, I've always built in homes, right? You guys probably have read the book, Your First Year Network Marketing. I've read it probably, I don't even want to know how many times. But, in chapter 8, Mark Darnell talks about, the plug-in pistol, right? And it's like, when you read that chapter, you realize it's all about duplication in our business, right? It's all about duplication. And anybody in the world can get people in a living room, right? Anybody can do it. And what happens is it's so duplicatable because people have such a good experience, right? And so number one thing is anybody can do it. Number two is this: it makes the product a superstar, right? That's the magic. You guys see that? You're making the products be the superstar. That's what you want to do. You don't want to be the superstar, right? I don't want people to be like, man, you know what? Herr, that guy is great. No, I want people to be like, damn, these products are amazing. If the people are following the leader and not following the products, it's all depending on what that leader's doing, right? If you build your business around products, and you make the products a superstar, the products work every time. That's the magic. So you want to build basically make the products a superstar, and a glow up does that, a pop up does that. And that's really what happens there. And everybody knows warm market is the way to start, right? I always tell people, if you can't influence a friend, you're going to struggle influencing a stranger, right? Most people, when they get started in network marketing, it's like, oh man, I'm scared to talk to my friends. I'm going to go talk to strangers. Well, bro, like to me, that makes no sense at all. Like, if I'm going to get rich, why would I want my friends to hate me? You understand what I'm saying? If you don't invite your friends to become successful with you, when you become wealthy, they're all going to be mad at you. Like, common sense tells you that. So when people tell you that they don't want to talk to the warm market, really what they're saying is, I don't really think this is going to work. I don't think I'm going to make it happen. You understand that? Because if you knew that you were going to become successful financially, whatever that looks like for you, whether that's $100,000 a year, $100,000 a month, right, or whatever, or $1 million a month, however much money that you think. And sometimes you're only going to get started to make a few $100 a month, and then you're going to start making a few $100 a month, and you're going to go, why not make a few thousand? That's what happened to me. I just start, the next thing you know, I was like, why not do 10,000 a month? Why not do 30? Why not do 100? Why not do 200? Why not do 500? So your income will grow, and you'll be able to see further the further up that you walk. But imagine right now, let's say that you only want to make 1,000 a month. But let's say one thing came, you started running up that mountain, you got to 1,000, you're like, why not go to 2? Why not go to 5? And next thing you know, let's say that you turn around, and 2 years later, you're making $100,000 a month. Okay? I'm just saying, if that happens, even though you don't want that to happen, and it ends up happening because slowly you start to believe, the people that you're your friends, they're going to be upset at you that you didn't talk to them about it. Like, that's just common sense. You understand? Like, your neighbor is not going to be your neighbor after you blow this thing up. Your neighbor's going to change. So if you don't talk to your neighbor, the truck pulls up, right, to start your moving truck, and they're like, where are you going? Like, oh, I'm moving to on the beach. And they're like, the beach? Oh, and you're like, well, I got involved in this business. They're like, damn, man, must be, you're lucky. I'm like, well, I should have talked to you about it, but I didn't, right? They're going to end up in my car. So you want to talk to your friends, right? My mentor told me, said, if you want to keep your friends, get them in the business with you. Why? Because when you become successful, they're going to be upset at you if you didn't at least introduce them to it, okay? So everybody knows that, right? Number 6, of the 6 reasons why pop-ups are so duplicatable. Number 4, people like to have fun, right? It's kind of hard to find people that don't want to have fun. You know what I mean? Like, people just want to have fun. That's what you got to remember. People want to have a good time. Like, that's just the reality. And most people, and just realize this, I'm not like saying, oh, this section only wants to have fun. But what I will tell you is this: if people have been raising kids the majority of their life, right? Most of us have kids. Some of you guys don't have kids yet. But prior to kids, you're hanging out. right? You're having fun, man. You might be going out to the bar with your, going on more dates with your significant other, and then you start having kids. Now you spend your damn whole life raising kids. You're just right. I mean, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I've been raising kids since I was 18, right? So, man, I love my kids, and it's been a great thing. But I can tell you that most people, they're looking for a reason to get out of the house and go hang out with their friends, right? And if they tell their significant other, "Hey, babe, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the bar with my girlfriends," they're gonna be like, but if she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go, check out this beauty business, right? To check out this Korean products or something. I don't know what it's about, but I'm gonna go hang out with my friends." All right, cool. So just realize that people want to have fun. And this gives people an excuse to have fun. And if you build a business around having fun and you build relationships, your business is going to be sticky. You understand? If you build your business and there's no emotional attachment to the people and the products and everything, it's not as sticky as a business. If you build it in the home, it becomes a more sticky business, okay? Faster is better. This is what I want you to realize, okay? Faster is better. I would rather have 100 pop-ups with 3 guests than one pop-up with 300 guests. You understand? It's not that bigger is better. Faster is better. This is so key. This is so good, okay? This is so important to understand. This is the part that, like, I try to help people understand that, like, literally they struggle with the most. Is they're like, look, I want to have a perfect event a week from now. A terrible event today, a terrible pop-up today is better than a perfect pop-up next week. And I know you're like, Tim, that's not true. I'm telling you right now, it's true. And the reason being, if I talk to 3 people tomorrow at a pop-up, let's just say I call some of my buddies, get them all jacked up, they come over to the house, I put product on. I call them, and then I show them the business 3 days at the same day or the next day or whatever. What are they going to do? They're going to duplicate what I did. Because remember, I'll talk about in a minute, but remember the fact that how you bring people in is how you bring them up. So you want to go fast. You want to have a bunch of small ones are better than one big one. Okay, I'm not saying. Now I would have. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather have 100 pop-ups with 300 gas. You understand? But what I'm telling you is that it's faster, it's easier to duplicate. You're not putting a lot on it. If I'm like, hey, 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be having some people come over to the house. I really want you to come. They're like, 2 weeks from now. You know what I mean? Like, you see what I mean? Like, if you do it tomorrow, right now, you have more urgency, it creates more excitement. Urgency is what creates excitement, right? Not procrastination. You guys see that? So faster is better. And I know some of you won't buy into this. It's fine. You understand? But I'm telling you, if you get on my side of the money, you'd agree. I'll just tell you that, okay? Because I've seen it. Like, I've been doing this, guys, for the last, you know what I mean, for the last 16 years. And I can tell you faster is better, okay? Duplication is a relay race, right? Success is found in exchange zone. The exchange zone in a relay race is when one person passes the baton to somebody else. That's twofold, right? Number one is what? If you're not doing pop-ups on a consistent basis, you got to grab the baton. You follow me? You got to grab the baton. And once you grab the baton, then you got to do what? You got to pass the baton. You see what I'm saying? So it's twofold. You got to be able to take the baton, and you got to be able to pass the baton. But you can't rely on your sponsor to do them all for your upline. It's okay, maybe your first couple, if they're in your market, to do it with you. But what makes it duplicatable is that you don't know all the answers. I'm telling you guys, trust me on this, okay? I still don't know all the answers, and I don't know the answers on purpose. Because people, when they ask you a question, think about what I'm going to tell you. This still blow your brain. Like, whoa. If people ask you a question, they don't know the answer to it, okay? It's not like a test in school. Like in school, a teacher asks you a question, you better know the answer, okay? You better know the answer. The first company I was in, when I was making 30 grand a month, the guy was making over 100,000 a month. And I asked him, I said, bro, why are you making so much more money than me? He's like, well, you're better than me. I'm like, okay, that makes no sense. When I asked him, I said, Gil, his name was Gil. I said, Gil, how in the world am I better than you, but you're making more money than me? He goes, because you're too good, Tim. I'm like, what? He said, you're too polished. He goes, I don't know all that stuff that you know. See, when I got involved in selling phone service. I knew everything about a phone because I'm like, I'm 17 years old. Nobody's going to take me seriously. I don't know what I'm talking about. Once I dummied it down, I'm like, man, I ain't learning about none of this stuff no more. And I stopped learning about that technical stuff. My group started to grow like wildfire. Why? Because I didn't have to be so smart. People are like, dude, I don't need to know that either. Perfect. I'm in. You know all the answers. And I know what some of you are thinking. Not Tim. My people are different. My friends are different. Look, if someone doesn't know the answer to a question they ask you, they don't know it. So when you don't know it, it makes them feel good. You guys got to realize why. The words I don't know will make you wealthy. I don't know. Now, that doesn't mean I don't know and it doesn't matter. I tell people, look, I don't know, but let me find out. Let me call somebody. You know what I mean? And I say I don't know so much. My wife would be like, "What do you want?" I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. She just make a decision on what you want to eat for dinner. I'm like, I really honestly I don't know. Whatever. Because I say I don't know. I don't need to know. I don't need to know. You don't get paid for what you know. You get paid for what you do. Jackpot. Okay. Here we go. Here's the pop ups. Okay. Always start with the pop up mindset. Let's talk about the pop up mindset. Once you pop, you can't stop. Right. Once you pop, you can't stop. It starts with your mindset. Right. Number one, we talked about duplicating. Now we're going to talk about mindset. Once you pop, guess what? You can't stop. You're going to get better at them the more that you do, but you don't want to get so good at them. You understand? If you're too good at them, it's not going to replicate. I see so many people in network marketing that are high income earners, but they become too good, and it's like, dude, dumb it down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like once you pop, you can't stop. Okay, so you want to remember, you will get better the more that you do. So don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be great to get started, but you need to start to be great, right? Okay. So have your pop up no matter what. That's a big one. Never cancel. Okay, never cancel. And one of the other things is this: don't be a negative if somebody doesn't show up. That's going to happen. You understand that? Don't be upset if somebody doesn't show up. Okay. Sometimes you'll invite some people over. There's two people that are there, but you're so bummed out about the two that didn't show up that you're like making these other people feel like they're like terrible. It's like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care who's there. Whoever's there is going to get the best experience of my life. You understand? And you got to remember, you get good by doing, not by watching. So you want to have that give me the ball attitude. You want to have that give me the ball attitude, and never cancel a pop up, because and if I go to do a pop up at somebody's house and nobody's there, it becomes a training experience. You understand what I mean? I'm going to teach them and train them, right? And they're also like, damn, this guy's here no matter what. Like, this guy's serious. So always have your pop up. Have that give me the ball attitude. You're never going to get good at anything by watching it. You know what I mean? You're going to be terrible at the beginning, and then you're going to get worse, and then you're going to get better. So just realize, don't worry about it. Just do it, okay? And the reason being is you don't be perfect. Be believable. Don't be a know-it-all. Be a do-it-all. Jackpot. That's big. Don't be perfect. Be believable. If you're too polished and you're too good, people are gonna be like, "What? I can never do this. I'll buy some product from you, but I can never do this." But like when I would start, let me tell you guys something. Remember I told you guys earlier, I got up to we were doing like 2,000 pop-ups every night for years. Okay, I would do the first ones, and sometimes people bring candles. I'm like, "What the hell are you bringing candles for? This is weird." You know what I mean? But whatever. I don't try to like, you know what I mean? I just, oh, that's great. But people are like, what are your candles here for? But I would always knock something over. Like we would have bowls. I would always knock something over on purpose. I would always knock something over, stumble into something, knock some stuff over, make a mess, right? I would always do that because people are like, damn, this dumbass is making that much money. And it was like so believable, right? But what I can tell you was one time somebody had a candle and I knocked it over and stuff caught on fire. So if you're going to do what I do, which is knock stuff over and dummy it down, lesson, don't do it with candles. It's like we didn't burn the house down, okay? But I just know in my mind, like I need to be believable, and I just bump into stuff, and I'll be like, "Oh my god," you know what I mean? I just have fun. Like that's the key, right? Now here's on tips on how to develop the right pop up mindset. 5, everything duplicates. So how you bring people in is how you bring them up. Okay, like I was saying earlier, how you bring them in is how you bring them up. So if I'm like bringing them, if I'm doing it quick, pop, 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 it'll duplicate quick. If I say, hey, next week we're going to do one, then they get started. They're going to do one next week, and then they're going to do one next week, and I'm a bunch of weak people. My group's going to be weak. I might have more people there, but if I'm doing daily fast, pop, 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 it's going to replicate quicker. You understand? So have confidence, make it duplicatable, and have fun, and visualize the results you want. You have to believe and visualize people getting started. That's the magic. You've got to believe people getting excited. When you got to know they're going to show, they're going to be excited. When I call people, I visualize them being excited about me talking to them, because it gives me the confidence to be able to bring that about, right? I'm going to go, if I have confidence and I visualize a result, when I talk to somebody on the phone, I already know they're going to be excited. I expect everybody to be excited. And as a result of that, boom, it happens, right? But if I'm like, oh, these people aren't going to, whatever. If you're not, remember, confidence is contagious, but so is lack of confidence. But here we go. The only thing you're missing is the fact you think you're missing something. So big. So big. You just pop till you drop, baby. Like it's people like overthink, like, oh my God, I'm not short enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not bad enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not ugly enough. Dude, shut up. Just talk to people, man. It's not that hard. Go find some cream and slap it on somebody's face. Don't overanalyze it, man. Like, to me, it's no brainer. Like, I already know. Like, I'm an ugly guy in the beauty industry and I'm crushing it. Why? Because I don't care about all that. All I know is I put the product on people and they get excited. Let's go. We just gotta find a face. We just gotta find a wrinkle. Let's go. Like, just dummy it down. Have fun. And just pop till you drop, baby. Literally, just pop till you drop. And I'm telling you, your organization will do the same thing. Look, let me ask you a question. Let's say you're only doing 5 pop-ups a month. Let's say you're only doing 4. You're doing 1 a week. Your group ain't going to do more than 1 a week either. Your group's going to grow slow. But if you're doing If you're doing 3 or 4 pop-ups, you understand? It's going to grow like wildfire. If I'm doing 4 or 5 pop-ups, even if I'm doing like 3 pop-ups a week, right? 3 or 4 pop-ups a week, my group's going to be duplicating it. If you start having your group duplicating your pop-ups, your organization is going to grow, man. So always remember, fancy doesn't duplicate. Low budget equals duplication, right? Low budget equals duplication. Don't have crab legs. I was saying it earlier, man. When I went to San Diego and some lady had crab legs, I said, put those damn things away. Put that away. What are we doing? Nobody's going to want to get started. They got to buy crab legs for people. That ain't duplicatable. Break out some chips and dip. You know what I mean? Like a little French onion, bang, bang, bang. Let's go. That's it. Nothing more. Like, let's go. Low budget, duplication. I started a group in a trailer park. There's a trailer park in San Clemente, right by the beach. And I got a group going down there, man. This is years ago. And dude, it grew like wildfire, dude. We were doing pop-ups like crazy, man. It was like pop-up, all these trailer park was just doing pop-ups like crazy. Because it was so fast, it would just go grab some people from the trailer. There was like so many people living in one area, just grabbing people, bringing them to me. I was like, this is insane. Like, it's crazy. We did so much business so fast. It wasn't fancy. We were in a trailer park. I brought a whiteboard and some, you know what I mean, some 99-cent bowls or whatever. Like, it was down and it was low budget, but it duplicated so fast. We did so much volume. So, okay, here we go. The 5 secrets of pop-ups and glow-ups. Here it is, number 3, right? The separation is in the preparation. Let's go through this. It's always before, during, and after. Those are the 3 stages to anything, right? The separation is in the preparation, right? So always ask, what must I do to have the best event ever, right? So let's talk about it. Step number 1 is what? Before, okay? Invite twice as many people as you want to show, right? Be positive, even when people are no-show. You invite 10 people and only 3 show up. Do not talk about the 7 that didn't show up. Stop. Like, those people don't know who's supposed to be here or not there. And you're bummed. Oh my God, Cindy didn't make it. I just wanted Cindy to be like, stop. Nobody cares about Cindy, dude. Get excited about the 3 people that are here. Let's get them all jacked up and excited, okay? Pick a location, office, home, recreation room, restaurant. It doesn't always have to be a house. You understand what I mean? It could be an office building. It could be a rec room. It could be a restaurant. It doesn't matter. Like, I've done pop-ups at a freaking, oh my God. I went to North San Jose one time, and I did a pop-up at a round table. And the dude was beating the like freaking dough. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But it's like, just pick a location. It doesn't matter. I've done pop-ups everywhere. I'm doing it at Starbucks, man. I don't care. Find a location, find some skin, slap some products on them. Let's go, baby. Like, stop trying to be fancy. Don't be fancy. Let's go. Let's do it. Have 2 pop-ups to promote. Always give an alternative choice. I always like do weekends and weekdays. Right, when I'm calling somebody, I'm gonna get some people to get in my house. Boom, boom. Which one's gonna do better for you? Right, Sunday, Monday, whatever. Confidence, excitement, exclusive. This is so good. Confidence, excitement, exclusive, tie down, edify. This is like jacked out. Okay, you got to be confident. You got to be excited. You got to be exclusive. Right, like everybody's coming over here. It doesn't sound exclusive. I'm just hand selecting a couple people. You know what I mean? I'm making it exclusive. Tie it down. Right, you know, tie it down. Like letting them know that you're going to go above and beyond about to make this happen. Because if somebody's like, look, I'm going to try to make it there, be like, look, I see to know if you're going to make it there or not. Because I'm only inviting like 5 people. You know what I mean? I'm only going to bring like my 5 best friends over. So I wanted to make sure you're really going to be there or not. Like, I like to tie stuff down a lot. Like, if you have more than 50% no-show ratio, then you need to work on your tie down. You know what I mean? Like, mainly if you have somebody coming over, like, man, like meaning that you've got somebody coming in from out of the area. You know, my friend's going to be coming in from out of town. Bing, bing, bing. My friend's going to be coming in from out of town. They know 100% of the information. Whoa, there's edification. So I want to make sure you know, at least I know you're not going to make me look bad, but I just want to make sure I can count on you to be there, right? Like, I freaking tie down appointments. I'm big on the tie down, okay? Obviously, be prepared. Products, mirrors, you know what I mean? Like, dude, don't be fancy, though. Just go get some cheap mirrors at the 99-cent store, okay? Dollar World. Product order forms. I like to do the product order forms of the pictures. I like to have planner applications there. I know some of you are like, dude, I do everything electronically, man. I'm just like an electronical guy. All right, relax. All right, do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you what I do. I don't care what you do. Do whatever you want, but I'm just telling you what I do, okay? I like to have old school, and somebody's like, save the trees, Tim. All right, okay. All right, maybe it's not good. I'm printing off too much stuff, but I like to have the print offs there so people can hold it in their hand and look at it. Product brochures, you can print those off, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, just don't have to be over the top of it. Like, you understand what I mean? Like, you don't have to be, you can laminate it, just whatever, dude. You don't have to be like, and people are like, oh, dude, I need to get a banner, Tim. Send me a banner. Like, what? Bro, you sound weird. Like, stop, dude. That doesn't even sound right, dude. Like, don't even be like that. Have the insult during videos, product boxes. The boxes are sexy. You know what I mean? But just have the stuff that's there. But, you know what I mean? Be prepared, but don't be like too much on it. Consult the senses, right? You know, what it looks like, what it smells like. You know what I mean? You know, what it tastes like. Like, I like to put water, put some like cucumbers in some water. You know what I'm talking about? Right? Boom. I like to do that. You know, touch. So I would consult the senses, right? Sight, smell, the taste, touch, the sound, everything, right? can you assault the senses? You see what I mean? Watch Angie's product training, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to watch all 8 freaking product university replays, but just watch the once a month product training that she's done. It's called just product. If you go to Team 1% to type in product training, it'll pop up. Okay, watch it. It's like 30 minutes long. Kids, negative family members in the other room, like dogs, like kids, pets, and negative family members. It's supposed to be a common between pets and negative family members, but you know what I'm talking about, right? You know, like I've been attacked by dogs at events. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna talk about it. I got too many stories. I got so many war stories on this stuff. It have the kids in the other room and negative family members. You know what I mean? Like, hello, like, geez, the last thing I want is like somebody's negative relative just talking smack the whole time I'm doing a meeting. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because I've had all this happen. Yeah, like I'm gonna attack my dogs. One time it was like 4th of July, somebody's lighting off fireworks. Like the 3rd of July, I was doing a pop up, and it's hilarious. My wife tells the story so much better. And I'm in the middle of the pop up, and we weren't in a really nice area, and I straight up hit the floor, and I'm like, everyone's laughing. They're like, dude, those are fireworks. I'm like, oh, my bad. Okay. All right. So here we go. 5 secrets of pop-ups and glow-ups. Here it is. Just do it. Right here it is. Pop-ups. Just do it. So having a success during the pop-up, right? Ask. You always want to be asking questions, right? You always want to be asking questions. Oh, ask. Open door questions or what, when, where, why, how. You're going to listen more of a response, connection. You're trying to find common ground for people. You want people to have the time of their life, right? And you want to be connecting with people like crazy, right? You want to be connecting with people like crazy. You want to be like the best host. And I know some of you are like, I'm just not like that, Tim. Well, let's get like that. You know what I mean? I used to be an introvert, but I'm also right-handed. But if you pay me $100,000 a week, I'll write with my feet. You follow me? So be over the top confident. Be very confident. Let the products be the superstar. Like you can't be like, oh, are you guys having fun? It's like, oh my God, I'm having so much fun. Like just have fun and let people join you. You know what I mean? Let the products be the superstar. Have a great time. Be fun. Smile. Laugh. Always ask yourself, am I Tigger or Eeyore? Tigger or Eeyore? Tigger or Eeyore? Obviously, Tigger is always got people following him around. He's got people like, what's his tattoo? Eeyore, people are like, damn, dude, this guy's bummed out. He's looking for his tail. I don't know. I want to be around this guy. So be like Tigger, okay? Number 7 is this. Stories sell, facts tell. Oh my God. Like I tell story after story after story after before and afters, before and afters, before and afters, before and afters, before and afters. Like share your story of what the products that you love. Share your testimony of why you love the product so much. That's all I do. Like I can get anybody jacked about the products because I'm genuinely jacked up about the products. You know what I mean? Like I've been in this for 30 years. I'm networking. I've never seen anything like this. This is out of the world. So people buy results, not ingredients. So make sure you print before and after pictures. I like to print them, or at least have them on your phone. You know, I don't know about that, but all I know is that's literally how I become successful. I don't know. All I know is, you know what I mean? Like somebody asked me a question, I'm like, I don't know about all that. All I know is you start using this product and your husband's not going to be able to keep his hands off you, right? I don't know about that. But all I know is you start using this product, your wife's going to be chasing you around the house, brother. Like I just have fun, man. I don't overcomplicate it. Obviously, you guys probably don't have that type. Not everybody's got that type of personality. So you're like, oh my God, I can never say something like that. I'm more like kind of like laid back or whatever. It's like you're going to be getting so much. I don't know about all that. All I know is you're going to be getting compliments nonstop on how good your skin looks. You're gonna love it. Like you're gonna have so many compliments. Let's talk about you're selling results, not ingredients. You understand what I'm saying when I say that? You're talking about how they're going to be after they use the product. Right? If I'm inviting somebody to my pop-up, it's like, man, when you come over and when I show you what I got my hands on, literally, you are going to be you're probably doing cartwheels. You're going to be doing cartwheels down the block. Okay. So just need to chill out and stop being too excited. You got to come see this. So just realize that you don't have to be, all I do is I talk about it results of how they're going to be acting after the fact. That's how you promote stuff. Like when you come out of this, this is how you're going to be. You're like, man, I want to be like that. Let's see if that's true or not. And then they'll come, they'll check it out, and the same things happen. So give tons of compliments. Oh my God, look at her skin. Isn't it beautiful? Dude, I can totally tell the difference. Jackpot. They're sold. You know what I mean? Like you literally close the deal with the compliments. Everybody compliment one another there. Like oh my God, yeah, it does look better. Like it's so simple. So 5 secrets pop-up gloves. Build RIMAN with expectancy. I love this. Okay. After the pop-up, right? AAFTC always ask for the clothes, right? My daughter, when she was 12 years old, Jesus, this is so long ago. God, she was 12. This is at the very beginning when we started that company. She went and did a pop-up in Los Angeles. I'll never forget it. And we had a girl that was with us. She worked corporately, like help out. Like she was like one of those helpers. And she was going to go help a new girl do a pop-up in LA. And she was like, auntie, whatever, you know how it is. And my wife's Hawaiian, so like everybody's auntie this, auntie that, right? So my daughter's like, oh, I want to go with Auntie Eva. Some of you guys know Eva, to LA. So this pop-up, right? So my wife and I were like, yeah, whatever, just be safe, right? And we're like, look, if I think we had our driver bring her Walter. Anyways, long story short, he goes, even had a phone call. She told my daughter, who's 12, says, "Here, handle this." And my daughter at the time, my daughter didn't never look like her age. You know what I mean? When she was 9, she looked like she was 15, right? When she was 12, she looked like she was 20. That's, that's God's. That's what you get, right, Tim? But anyways, my daughter was 12, and she literally did the pop up, no problem. She's like, "It's easy. I know my dad's an idiot, and I know he does it, so it can't be hard." And I just showed the products. I've heard my dad do it all the time in our living room. But when it was over, the key was my daughter closed everybody. She broke out. She's like, "Here, give me your credit card. Put your credit cards here. Put your credit cards here. Put your credit cards here." And I was like, dude, when I heard the story, Eva told me, like, when she came back, she was training them how to do pop-ups. And I'm like, hearing the story, I'm like, God damn, it's crazy. And I was like, how did you learn to close like that? She goes, I don't know. If I go to a store and I want to buy something, I just tell mom to pull out a credit card and buy it. She goes, if these people want to buy this stuff, they need to pull out their credit cards and buy it. I'm like, oh my God, we need to teach. I mean, that's literally what we need to teach people. Always ask for the close. Don't be afraid. I tell the story, like, one time I was on, I'm not going to get into it. I just say, if I want something, I want to buy now, right? It's like, let's go. Like, don't be like, go to 7-Eleven. I'm like, hey, I want to get a stick of bubble gum. And I put it down there and they scan it. And they're like, they run in the back. Let me go get my manager. Oh my God, are you sure you want to buy this? Or you want to think about it for a couple of days? And let me tell you some more stories about this bubble gum. It's like, dude, shut up. Just give me the bubble gum. Okay? So just realize, always ask for close, right? What product did you like best? Right? What was your favorite product? Right? You sell the products on the spot, right? Whenever somebody wants to buy the products, hand them the products and then order it online and then have that order of what they just bought sent back to you. You understand what I'm saying? That's how we do it, right? Fill out the application or the order forms for them, right? Share the story, share your ritual, like share your, like, why out, like, boom, you know what I mean? And then FaceTime your team leader if they're not in the market, right? FaceTime your team leader if they're not in the market. Let them help you. Obviously, promote the next event. We call it that, right? Book a party from a pop-up, pop-up from a pop-up, right? Make sure you book a pop-up from a pop-up, right? Promote the next event. It might be another pop-up. It might be a hostess rewards program. I'll talk about that in a second. It might be a Zoom, whatever. Just get them on another meeting, right? When overcoming an objection, use a cushion. If somebody has a question or an objection, oh, I totally know how you feel. I was the same way. Here's what I found out. Totally get it. Like, that's how I was, and then I realized it's easier to beg for. Somebody's like, hey, I need to talk to my husband. I totally get it. Like, dude, I've been married for like, for 30 years. Like, I love talking to my wife. You know what I mean? It's like the best way to keep a marriage going. But I do know this, right? How long you been married? Okay, then you know too, right? It's easier to beg for forgiveness and ask for permission. Your husband is not going to be upset if you're looking better and if you're making more money. Let's get you started, right? So, boom, let's go. So always, when overcoming the objection, use the cushion, flip up around, right? Always ask, make sure that everybody leaves happy. That's the most important thing. Even if they don't get started with a product or whatever, just make sure they're happy. I like to offer a host rewards program, like a customer. If you host a pop-up, I'll give you if you have like 500 ordered at your party, I'll give you like $100 prize or, $50 prize, or give you this for free or whatever. These are fun, simple. I invest in my business because they're going to lead me to those customers I would have never got, right? So I do my own host rewards program. When they get their products, upsell other lines. So once they get their products in the mail, sell them on the other lines. Get them on the hair care, get them on the makeup, get them on this, get them on that, upsell, okay? And then obviously, here we go. This is going to be the fun part, okay? Now's our time, right? I'm gonna challenge you guys all, right? It's called the 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the Success Systems Challenge, okay? This is the success. I'm gonna challenge you guys all right now. Now, I'm telling you right now, probably only 20% of you guys are gonna say, all right, man, I'm down for this. Other 80% are gonna be like, I don't know, I'm too scared. There's nothing wrong with being scared. Don't worry about it, right? Maybe it's not the right time for you. You understand? Really step up. But I'm challenging you to be part of that 20%, right? To be a part of the group that says, I'm up for the challenge. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4 System for Success Challenge, right? This is what you do. Perfect for brand new people, right? When they get started, pick one starter set, right? Pick at least one starter kit, right? Number 2, post at least 2 pop-ups a week, okay, with at least 3 prospects in each pop-up for a minimum of the next 4 weeks. So to take the challenge, right? And if you've already got your set on products, boom, you've already got your products, perfect, okay? But if you don't have enough products, pick at least one starter set, post 2 pop-ups a week with at least 3 prospects in each pop-up for the next 4 weeks. This is how you're going to blow up your business. You've got to start. And then once you do it, your group is going to duplicate it. So pop-ups is the easiest thing in the world to do. Literally the easiest thing in the world to do. Because you don't have to be good. You just got to, boom, you're looking good. Let's go, right? So pick one starter set, host at least 2 pop-ups, 2 pop-ups a week, with at least 3 prospects in each one for the first 4 weeks. This is the pop-up challenge. I'm telling you right now, if you want to set forth the motion momentum that's going to change your life, you want to hit director, you want to hit top ranks, this is how you do it. You start and your team will replicate what you do, right? Don't listen to me carefully. It's like this. Some people's leadership is listen to me carefully, but don't watch me too close. My leadership is listen to me carefully, but watch me even closer. Watch the way I operate. I'm going all out, right? That's the way you want to have your leadership. Lead by example. What would happen if you did this? What would happen if everybody in your team did this? Right? If you and somebody's like, Tim, I don't have a team yet. Well, when you do have a team, what if they take that same challenge that you did? It's so simple, you guys. This is how we set it off. We started this right here, and we literally, I'm telling you guys what, within 6 months, we had at least 2,000 pop-ups going on. Okay? And we did it. Like, some people are going to be like, oh, I don't ask for money at pop-up. I don't ask for prospects. I don't try to close deals on prospects. I just sell products. Some people will do both, recruit and sell. It doesn't matter what you do. Like, oh, God, what should I do? Just do it. Just find the product. Boom, let's go. Like, just go. Just start. You know, I have a group of people, they don't try to pitch the business there. They just sell the products, and then they ask them if they're open-minded, and then they'll book them in for another exposure and do a one-on-one at a Starbucks or whatever the next day for them. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people pitch the business. I pitch the business. This is what I do. I'm not saying you need to do it. Do whatever you want to do. All I'm asking you to do is just do it. Like, just do it. You've got to build your business expectancy. Take the 1, 2, 3, 4 system for success challenge. Step up to the challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4.